The story of Cartier begins in 1847, in the heart of Paris. During a time of political upheaval and transformation, France was on the brink of change, with revolutions reshaping society and influencing art, fashion, and luxury. It was in this atmosphere that Louis Renoir Cartier, a skilled young jeweler, took over the workshop of his master, Adolphe Picard, at 29 Rue Montorgueil. Like, share your opinion in the comments after watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because you are our fuel for content. At that time, jewelry was primarily associated with the nobility, and only the wealthiest families could afford custom-made pieces. Louis Renoir, however, had a vision that went beyond simply creating beautiful adornments. Wanted to establish a brand synonymous with elegance, craftsmanship, and exclusivity. His early works reflected the grandeur of the Second French Empire, incorporating intricate goldwork, elaborate engravings, and gemstones of the highest quality. The turning point for Cartier came in 1856, when he caught the attention of Princess Mathilde, the niece of Napoleon Bonaparte and the cousin of Emperor Napoleon III. Princess Mathilde was a highly influential figure in Parisian society, known for her refined taste and connections to the most powerful aristocrats in Europe. When she purchased jewelry from Cartier, it was more than just a transaction, it was an endorsement. Word spread quickly among the Parisian elite, and soon, Empress Eugénie, the wife of Napoleon III and the most fashionable woman of her time, became a loyal Cartier customer. The Empress was known for reviving the opulence of the French court, favoring extravagant diamonds, pearls, and tiaras that symbolize her status. Her patronage elevated Cartier's reputation and solidified its place as the jeweler of the aristocracy. As demand grew, Cartier moved its boutique to 9 Rue de l'Opix in 1899, a location that would become one of the most famous luxury shopping streets in the world. The move marked the beginning of Cartier's transformation from a respected jewelry workshop into a prestigious international brand. What set Cartier apart was not just its high-quality craftsmanship, but its ability to blend tradition with innovation. While many jewelers followed classical styles, Cartier embraced new influences, drawing inspiration from architecture, nature, and global cultures. This willingness to evolve and push creative boundaries would soon set the stage for Cartier's expansion beyond France and into the world of royalty, celebrities, and the elite. The foundation was laid. Cartier was no longer just a jewelry workshop, it was becoming a symbol of luxury and power, destined to be worn by kings, queens, and the world's most influential figures. The rise of an empire, 3 brothers, 3 capitals. By the late 19th century, Cartier had already established itself as a respected name in the world of fine jewelry. However, it was under the leadership of Alfred Cartier, the son of Louis Renoir Cartier, that the brand began to expand beyond the borders of France. Alfred had an ambitious vision to make Cartier the most prestigious jeweler in the world, but it was his 3 sons, Louis, Pierre, and Jacques Cartier, who would turn this dream into reality, transforming the family business into a global empire. Louis Cartier, the creative visionary in Paris. The eldest son, Louis Cartier, was the true creative force behind Cartier's rise to prominence. Based in Paris, he was responsible for many of the brand's most iconic designs and innovations. One of his most revolutionary creations was the Santos de Cartier wristwatch in 1904. At the time, pocket watches were the norm, but Brazilian aviator Alberto Santos Dumont, a close friend of Louis, complained that they were impractical while flying. Louis designed a sleek, elegant wristwatch that allowed pilots to check the time without taking their hands off the controls. The Santos watch became an instant success and is now considered one of the world's first modern wristwatches. Louis also introduced the mystery clocks, timepieces in which the hands appeared to float in midair, with no visible mechanism. These exquisite designs fascinated high society and cemented Cartier's reputation for innovation. Another of Louis's masterpieces was the tank watch, inspired by the streamlined design of military tanks used during World War I. Its clean, geometric shape and modern elegance made it an enduring classic, still popular today. Beyond the watches, Louis Cartier played a key role in developing the Tutti Frutti style, a vibrant and exotic jewelry collection inspired by Indian motifs, featuring colorful rubies, sapphires, and emeralds carved into floral shapes. These pieces became highly sought after by wealthy clients who wanted something different from traditional European jewelry. Pierre Cartier, conquering America, while Louis was revolutionizing jewelry design in Paris. His younger brother, Pierre Cartier, set his sights on the United States. He understood that America's wealthy elite industrial magnates, Hollywood stars, and socialites were eager to acquire the world's finest jewels. In 1909, Pierre opened Cartier's first New York boutique at 712 Fifth Avenue. His greatest business coup, however, came in 1917 when he acquired the Cartier Mansion at 653 Fifth Avenue, which remains one of the brand's flagship stores to this day. The story of how Pierre obtained the mansion has become legendary. It is said that he traded a $1 million double-strand pearl necklace for the grand townhouse. At the time, natural pearls were among the most valuable jewels in the world, and Pierre used them strategically to secure a prime location in Manhattan. Pierre also handled some of Cartier's most famous gemstone acquisitions, including the Hope Diamond, one of the most famous and mysterious diamonds in history. He sold it to socialite Evelyn Walsh McLean, who believed it brought her good luck despite the diamond's rumored curse. Jack Cartier, the explorer of the East. The youngest brother, Jack Cartier, had a passion for travel and gemstones. He was fascinated by the rich colors and intricate craftsmanship of Indian jewelry and saw an opportunity to bring these influences to European high society. Jack traveled extensively to India, Persia, Iran, and the Middle East, forging relationships with Maharajas, Nizams, and royal families who sought Cartier's expertise in resetting their family heirlooms. Indian princes owned some of the most extraordinary gemstones in the world, including enormous diamonds, sapphires, and emeralds, but they wanted them styled in a more modern way. Cartier's Indian collection blended Eastern opulence with Western design, featuring carved emeralds, delicate enamel work, and bold Art Deco influences. One of the most famous commissions came from Maharaja Bhupinder Singh of Pasiala, who ordered the legendary Pasiala necklace, a breathtaking piece adorned with thousands of diamonds, including a 234-carat yellow diamond at its center. Thanks to Jack's explorations, Cartier became the preferred jeweler for royalty across the British Empire, from Indian princes to the aristocracy of London. Cartier's global triumph. By the early 20th century, Cartier was no longer just a Parisian jewelry house. He was a worldwide empire with flagship boutiques in Paris, London, and New York. The three brothers had successfully positioned Cartier as the jeweler of choice for the world's wealthiest and most powerful clients. Their innovative designs, bold business moves, and international approach ensured that Cartier was not just selling jewelry, it was selling a legacy of luxury, status, and timeless beauty. The next chapter of Cartier's history would be defined by its royal clientele, whose lavish commissions and iconic jewelry pieces would forever change the world of high fashion. Thank you for reading. If you enjoyed this article on the most beautiful crowns and tiaras of the Persian Shahs, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your feedback means a lot to us. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights into history, royal regalia, and much more. Until next time, keep exploring the majestic world of royal treasures. Royal clients and iconic creations. By the early 20th century, Cartier had solidified its reputation as the jeweler of kings and the king of jewelers, a title famously given by King Edward VI of Britain. The royal endorsement wasn't just a marketing phrase, it was a reality. Cartier became the official jeweler to some of the most powerful royal families in the world, designing tiaras, necklaces, brooches, and timepieces that would be worn during coronations, weddings, and grand state occasions. Cartier and the British royal family. In 1902, Cartier received one of its most prestigious commissions when King Edward VI ordered 27 tiaras for his coronation ceremony. This massive order firmly established Cartier as the preferred jeweler of British royalty. The following year, King Edward granted Cartier the royal warrant, a seal of approval that allowed the house to advertise itself as an official jeweler to the British crown. Cartier continued to serve British royalty in the decades that followed. One of its most iconic pieces was the halo tiara, crafted in 1936 and later gifted by King George V to his wife, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. This elegant diamond tiara would later become world famous when it was worn by Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, on her wedding day to Prince William in 2011. Another legendary Cartier piece was the Panther bracelet, commissioned by the Duchess of Windsor, Wallis Simpson. The bracelet, crafted in diamonds, sapphires, and onyx, was shaped like a sleek, lifelike panther, an animal that would become one of Cartier's most famous design motifs. Wallis Simpson was known for her bold style, and her collection of Cartier jewels filled with extravagant, custom-made pieces remains one of the most valuable in history. The Romanovs and Russian royalty. Cartier's influence extended beyond Western Europe. The Russian imperial family, known for their extravagant taste in jewels, became one of Cartier's most loyal clientele. Tsar Nicholas II and Empress Alexandra Feodorovna frequently ordered pieces from Cartier, including opulent diamond necklaces, brooches, and tiaras. The House of Cartier was a favorite of the Russian aristocracy, many of whom commissioned elaborate, one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces set with the finest Siberian emeralds, Burmese rubies, and Golconda diamonds. One of Cartier's most famous, Russian-inspired designs was the Grand Duchess Vladimir tiara, originally created for the Romanov family. After the Russian Revolution, many royal jewels were smuggled out of Russia, and some found their way to Cartier, where they were either redesigned or sold to European aristocrats and American heiresses, Indian Maharajas, and their dazzling commissions. During the early 20th century, India's Maharajas were among the most extravagant collectors of Cartier jewelry. The Indian princes possessed some of the largest and most valuable gemstones in the world, but they wanted them reset in modern, Western styles. Cartier's ability to blend Indian opulence with Art Deco aesthetics made it the jeweler of choice for Indian royalty. One of the most famous commissions came from Maharaja Bhupinder Singh of Pasiala, who ordered the breathtaking Pasiala necklace in 1928. This spectacular piece featured over 2,900 diamonds, including the yellow De Beers diamond, which weighed an astonishing 234.65 carats. It was one of the most extravagant necklaces ever created. However, the necklace mysteriously disappeared in the 1940s, and only parts of it were recovered decades later. Cartier later restored it, though some of its original diamonds remain missing. Another Indian commission came from the Maharaja of Nawanagar, who worked closely with Jack Cartier to design the Tiger Eye necklace, a masterpiece featuring rare-colored diamonds. Cartier's relationship with India also influenced its Tutti Frutti collection, inspired by the vibrant colors and carved gemstones of traditional Indian jewelry. These pieces, featuring bold combinations of rubies, emeralds, and sapphires, became some of the most sought-after designs in high society. Hollywood royalty. The rise of Cartier in America. By the mid-20th century, Cartier had expanded its reach beyond royal families to include Hollywood celebrities, heiresses, and socialites. In 1956, Prince Rainier III of Monaco proposed to Grace Kelly with a stunning Cartier platinum engagement ring featuring a 10.47-carat emerald-cut diamond. This ring, now considered one of the most famous in history, cemented Cartier's status as the jeweler of fairy tale romances. Other Hollywood stars, including Elizabeth Taylor, Audrey Hepburn, and Marilyn Monroe, were devoted Cartier clients. Elizabeth Taylor's Cartier collection was legendary, with her husband, Richard Burton, frequently purchasing extravagant pieces for her, including the Cartier-designed La Peregrina pearl necklace, featuring a 500-year-old pearl once owned by Spanish royalty. Meanwhile, first ladies and American socialites, including Jackie Kennedy and Barbara Hutton, frequently wore Cartier jewelry to major state functions and gala events. Cartier, the ultimate symbol of power and prestige. By the 1950s, Cartier had officially become the world's most prestigious jeweler, with an unrivaled legacy of creating masterpieces for kings, queens, maharajas, tsars, and Hollywood icons. Its ability to blend European refinement, Eastern grandeur, and modern innovation made it the go-to brand for those who wanted more than just jewelry. They wanted a piece of history. The next chapter of Cartier's journey would focus on adapting to modern luxury trends, creating timeless designs that remain relevant while honoring its rich heritage. Cartier in the modern era, a legacy of luxury. As the world changed, Cartier proved its ability to evolve, while maintaining its reputation for exceptional craftsmanship, innovation, and exclusivity. Moving beyond its historic role as the jeweler of kings and queens, Cartier became a global icon of luxury, appealing to modern elites, celebrities, and collectors while preserving its ties to royalty. The 1960s and 70s, reinventing luxury for a new era. By the 1960s, Cartier was at a turning point. The post-war world saw shifting social structures, and while royalty still held influence, the new symbols of power came from Hollywood, business magnates, and cultural icons. Cartier adapted by focusing on timeless designs that appealed to a wider audience. One of the most influential creations of this era was the Cartier Love Bracelet, designed in 1969 by Italian jewelry designer Aldo Cipulo. Inspired by medieval chastity belts, the bracelet was designed to be permanently locked onto the wearer's wrist with a small screwdriver, symbolizing eternal love and commitment. The bracelet quickly became a cult item among celebrities and socialites, worn by famous couples like Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, Sophia Loren and Carlo Ponti, and later Jay-Z and Beyoncé. To this day, it remains one of Cartier's best-selling pieces. Cartier also expanded into men's jewelry and watches, recognizing the growing demand for stylish, high-end accessories for men. The Cartier Just a Nail bracelet, another Aldo Cipulo design, debuted in 1971, featuring a minimalist yet bold aesthetic. It became a favorite among those who wanted luxury with an edge, from rock stars to business moguls. During this period, Cartier also reissued some of its classic watch designs, ensuring their longevity in a changing world. The Tank watch, originally designed in 1917, was revived and worn by icons like Andy Warhol, Muhammad Ali, and Princess Diana. The 1980s and 90s expansion and the rise of the Cartier watch. By the 1980s, Cartier had expanded far beyond jewelry, becoming a dominant force in the luxury watch industry. While it had long been known for its elegant timepieces, Cartier began competing more aggressively with Swiss watchmakers by introducing new models that combined haute horlogerie high watchmaking with timeless design. Some of the most significant Cartier watch collections introduced in this era include Ballon Bleu de Cartier, 1980s, a watch that became known for its smooth, rounded shape and signature blue sapphire crown, later worn by Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge. Cadre de Cartier 1983, inspired by the famous Cartier panther motif. This watch became a favorite among Hollywood actresses and business elites. Pasha de Cartier 1985, a bold, sporty watch with an Art Deco influence, worn by icons like Tom Cruise and Johnny Depp. Cartier also expanded into high-end accessories, including pens, sunglasses, and leather goods, reinforcing its reputation as a lifestyle brand for the elite. During this period, Cartier became part of the Richemont Group, one of the world's leading luxury conglomerates, alongside other prestigious brands like Van Cleef Arpels, Piaget, and Montblanc. This move ensured Cartier's continued dominance in the competitive luxury market. The 21st century, Cartier as a symbol of timeless elegance. As the world entered the 21st century, Cartier remained a key player in the luxury market, balancing tradition with innovation. He continued to be the jeweler of choice for modern royalty, world leaders, and Hollywood's elite. Some of the most significant events of the modern era include the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton, wearing the Cartier halo tiara at her wedding to Prince William 2011. This moment reaffirmed Cartier's long-standing relationship with the British royal family. Rihanna, Zendaya, and Timothée Chalamet wearing Cartier at the Met Gala and the Oscars, proving Cartier's appeal across generations and cultures. Cartier launching its high jewelry collections, featuring rare and ethically sourced diamonds, emeralds, and sapphires, meeting the demands of today's conscious luxury consumers.